And of course, Scooter never contacted me or my team to discuss it prior to the sale, or even when it was announced. I'm fairly certain he knew exactly how I would feel about it, though.
The music industry has seen many feuds over the years, and Taylor's name has been coming up in some of the most high-profile ones. No, we're not talking about her long-standing feud with Kanye, or the summer she had a feud with Katy Perry. We're talking about something bigger than that. Think Taylor Swift versus the man who controlled her music, Scooter Braun.
That Taylor has every right to re-record. She has every right to pursue her masters, and I wish her nothing but well, and I have zero interest in saying anything bad about her because I've never said anything bad about her in the past, and I won't start to.
After years of back and forth, Taylor-esque diss tracks, and a lot of lawyers in and out of offices with no resolution, it looks like their bad blood is finally coming to an end. Scooter's retiring. But what does this mean for Taylor? More importantly, what does this mean for her music? Who owns it now? Does Taylor finally have music rights over her songs again? Also, why were they feuding in the first place? All that and a whole lot more in today's video. First things first, Discovery Plus has just announced the release of Bad Blood, a docuseries that explores the bad blood between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun. The docuseries aims to prove who really had a case.
It's about a woman being controlled artistically by men in the music industry.
He paid for his rights fair and square.
She wanted to get her masters back. She wanted a fair deal.
This was a battle of titans, Goliath versus Goliath.
Swifties, we hear you. Taylor should have exclusive rights to what's essentially hers, right? It's her music after all. You can't have a Taylor Swift album without, well, Taylor Swift. But what if Scooter wasn't the villain? At least, not in the way everyone thinks. What if there was a time when Taylor could have ended the bad blood between them, gotten what she wanted, and walked away? Instead, she didn't. Believe it or not, Scooter's actually gotten death threats over his feud with Taylor. And that's when you know things have gone a smidge too far.
I just want to fix things and set a better example for people because I don't like where this is going.
To understand what went down between them, we'd have to take a look back. No, not until 2019 when Braun and Taylor started their business collaboration, or lack thereof, but 10 years before that. We're revisiting 2009, and Swifties know exactly what happened that year. It was the incident that kicked off Taylor's infamy in the music industry. Probably a night she wishes never happened. Let's set the stage. It's the 2009 MTV Music Awards, and an up-and-coming singer and songwriter, Taylor Swift, has just won Best Female Video. Kanye West, an established rapper, on the other hand, believed the award should have gone to Beyoncé. Now, should it have? The world stood divided, but Kanye believed this was criminal injustice. So he rushed to the stage, snatched Taylor's mic, and openly professed that Taylor didn't deserve the award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
It disoriented the pop star for a minute, but luckily she regained her composure and came back swinging. Today, she has the most Grammy wins for Album of the Year in history. But the journey to get where she is today wasn't easy, and Braun didn't help much either. Now, what does Kanye have to do with her feud with Braun? Again, the world was split in two, with some people believing Kanye did the right thing. The music producer was one of them. He was even part of Justin Bieber's now-deleted post where he, Kanye, and Scooter were poking fun at Taylor. So Taylor knew who to conduct business with and who to stay away from. Plus, she already had a Scooter in her life, Scooter Borchetta. Her guy owned Big Machine Label Group, aka the record label Taylor was signed to and created 6 albums with. That's Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, and Reputation. Scooter Braun was also in the music industry and had been working with, of course, Kanye, Justin, and Ariana Grande. He owned Ithaca Holdings, and the likelihood of him ever coming in contact with Taylor in a business setting was slim, but not zero. Wouldn't you know it, in 2019, Ithaca Holdings acquired Big Machine Label Group for $300 million. Part of the deal was, you guessed it, Taylor's albums. Taylor found out about the deal when the rest of us did, and she didn't waste any time to air her feelings out. In a lengthy Tumblr post, Taylor called it her worst-case scenario.
So how did you find out?
I found out when it was online, like when it hit the news.
Nobody in your inner circle
Nobody knew.
She claimed that Borchetta had given her the option of buying back her masters one album at a time, something Taylor had agreed to. She also claimed that for years she had been trying to make a deal with Big Machine Label Group to own the rights to her own music. Her post also made some shocking claims. She said that Braun had been the guy who tried to dismantle her work for years, and now he ironically owned all of it. Taylor wasn't subtle. She more or less stated that with Braun at the helm of the record label, her career was as good as gone. Again, she didn't really outline exactly what Braun had done over the years and how he tried to destroy her career, but she made it clear enough for Swifties to band together against Braun and fight to get the pop star her masters back. Oh, and 10 years on, she wasn't willing to let Justin off the hook that easily either. She posted a screenshot from the now-deleted post proving that Braun took part in the incessant bullying she faced. Justin, believe it or not, claimed that Braun was the guy who told him not to joke like that. Something you should know about their feud is that people in the music industry were divided. Those who worked with Taylor said there couldn't be a better human being, and those who worked with Braun said the same thing. Still, Taylor added another layer to the saga when she revealed that Braun and Borchetta had barred her from performing her music at the AMAs in 2019. They told her she could sing whatever she wanted to, just as long as it wasn't from her first 6 albums. Yep, that was her entire discography. She pleaded with fans to reach out to the celebs Braun had worked with, hoping they'd put some sense into it. Some people openly condemned the man, and some defended him.
The only thing I disagree with is weaponizing a fan base. The artists I work with have very large fan bases. You don't do that. It's very dangerous.
It all got a lot for Braun to handle, even after denying ever having told Taylor she couldn't perform her music at the AMAs. So in 2020, the record producer recuperated his money by selling Taylor's masters to Shamrock Holdings for $300 million, the amount he'd invested in it. Now, you're probably thinking, Taylor had that kind of money too. Why didn't he just sell it to her if he was so tired of the drama? Again, a new layer to the saga, and the singer revealed that despite holding one meeting after another with Braun's team, they just wouldn't quote her a price. She claimed that the record producer had become vindictive and refused to give Taylor the satisfaction of owning what was, again, her music. If there's one thing we know about Taylor, it's that she won't back down without a fight, even when it seems like the odds are just not in her favor. So, what did the singer do when her music was being tossed around from one record label to the next? She re-recorded her albums. All 6 of them! Yep, starting in 2021, Taylor started re-recording all of her work, claiming that this was the only way she could have full ownership of what should have been hers from day one.
Now, could you re-record?
Oh, yeah.
Might you do that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
The albums were now titled Taylor's Version. How iconic is that? And then headlines ran that Scooter Braun was losing clients because of Taylor's revelations, which to this day Scooter denies. In fact, he's claiming that he wanted to sit down and talk about it with the sensation, but she was the one who refused a meeting every single time. Remember when Justin Bieber stood by him in 2019 when Taylor called him a bully? Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande defended him too, something Braun said he was thankful for. Well, they actually ended their contracts with his record label and signed on with new labels. So, guess that didn't work out for the music producer either. Speaking of which, the latest development in the long-standing Swift-Braun saga is that the record producer is officially hanging up his hat and exiting stage left. In not so many words, he's retiring. Yep, he's done with making music.
Curiosity about certain things has changed, and now I'm curious about other things.
To show for his long and illustrious career, Braun admittedly has had a lot of hits with a lot of multi-platinum artists. However, you have to admit that the first thing that comes to mind whenever his name pops up is Taylor's Tumblr post. Again, he's saying none of it's true. He never bullied her, and he always gave her the option of reclaiming her music. Taylor just wasn't interested. The other side of the story, however, is that he is a bully and that he never gave her that option. Now that Scooter's retired, he probably has a lot of free time on his hands to sit down for more interviews, maybe even write a tell-all book that'll dive deep into the feud. Everyone wants answers, and it's about time we get them. Whose side are you on? Comment Team Scooter or Team Taylor down below. And on a more positive note, if you want the inside scoop on Taylor's adorable relationship with Travis Kelce, then this is the next video that you need to watch.